Welcome back. Today we're talking about the top 5 kitchen gadgets I can't live without. Top 5 kitchen gadgets that I can't live without. We're going to start at number 5. I'm going to start off with the Immersion Blender. Now, this is something that I don't use as much as I used to when I started the ketogenic lifestyle. It was something that was paramount in making my bulletproof coffee. Some of y'all call it butter chugging coffee. I used a lot of butter in that coffee. Just as a reference, my bulletproof coffee that I would drink every morning was a 30-ounce cup, Cafe Bustelo most of the time, and I would put in about a half a stick of butter, and I would put in about 6 tablespoons of coconut oil. I did the math somewhere along the lines. It was somewhere around 1,100 calories of fat every single day. That Immersion Blender got put through its paces. One thing I can tell you about that, if you do plan to use an Immersion Blender to make your coffee, get a stainless steel one. Don't go the cheap route like I did the first 2 times and get the $10 Walmart plastic Immersion Blender, because a couple of uses in the coffee and it was cracked. Terrible. Cracked. Awful. I've been through 5 or 6 Immersion Blenders. I've been through everything from the Bella brand, Cuisinart, and the latest ones that I've purchased, and I'll put a picture of that up here somewhere, was an Amazon Basic Immersion Blender. I like it so far. It seems to be doing okay. I don't know when I'm going to need a new one of those. They seem to go out fairly quickly. And usually about $36. And the last time I looked at the price, you got a whole bunch of attachments for like $2 more than just the Immersion Blender itself. So I'll put a picture up here, here, and a link in the description below. Number four would have to be my Dash Mini waffle makers. Now, I know a lot of you probably live and die by these. I've got a ton of them. I've got 2 regular waffle makers. I have 2 griddles. And right now I have in boxes the Halloween ones. I have like 4 different Halloween ones. So I've got a ton of those things. I go in phases where I'm making tons of them all the time. Then I go a couple of months where I don't even touch the things. But they are vital to my kitchen. I've got a bunch of chaffle recipes on the channel. So I would say that that is definitely number 4 for me. I would recommend going with the Dash versus the Nostalgia. From my experience, is the Nostalgia will collect some of the batter and it's harder to clean them. It gets inside the plastic and is very difficult to clean. Where the Dash, you can just use like a wet rag, wet paper towel, close it on and let it steam it up, wipe it out, and it's good to go. There's not much of a price difference between the Nostalgia ones. You can get those at places like Walmart and such. I'm not sure other stores carry them. I know they're not exclusive to Walmart. If you find value in my videos, please take a moment and check out my merch store in the link below. It supports the channel. We've got hoodies, we've got shirts, we have grocery bags, we have aprons, we have all that stuff. So if you want it, we've got it. Take a look, link in the description. Thanks so much, everybody. Number 3 will be a food processor. I've had the giant Ninja ones. I currently have a small little Cuisinart one that's tiny for like $20. I got it at Meijer, I think. Anything will do. You can use the Ninjas, you can use whatever brand you want, really. I mean, they come in all brands. I would like to have another Ninja. I ruined it by starting out using it to make my bulletproof coffee, and it got little cracks through the plastic because of the hot coffee. And that's when I decided to go with my number 5 choice and get an Immersion Blender. And then I did the same thing and went and bought plastic ones, because sometimes I'm dumb. But anyway, yeah, so those are great for doing things like crushing up pork rinds, mixing up sauces, doing whatever you needed to do, liquefying meat, turning eggs into pudding, whatever it is you're going to do with those things. They do a wonderful, wonderful job of all that fun food processing stuff, making pork rind crumbs and everything. So I definitely recommend getting a good quality one of those. So I think my Cuisinart's on its last leg. I put my stuff through the paces and it wears out pretty quick. This one, when I go and turn it, it doesn't stop anymore and continues to rotate through. Then I can't get it to lock right. So, I'll be having to purchase another one of those one of these days. Number 2 is going to be my air fryer. Now, I've had a couple different air fryers, both Ninja brand. A couple years ago for Christmas, I got one of those big Ninja Foodies. It's an air fryer and an Instant Pot type thing. I use that like crazy as an air fryer. I don't think I ever once used it as an Instant Pot. I had an Instant Pot a couple years before that, and I gave that to one of the kids when they moved out. And now the Ninja Foodie is giant, and it sits in the garage. At a yard sale a couple of weeks ago, I got one of the newer ones, the Ninja Foodies that like flip up and tuck away in the cabinet. They're still giant, but I think you can get them anywhere from like $160 to $199 in the stores. I picked it up like new for $20 at a yard sale. Oh goodness. Talk about like Christmas Day for me. I was super excited. We had to go and get extra money because it was towards the end of the day. We didn't have any more money with us. So we had to drive like, I don't know how many umpteen miles to get to an ATM, pull out some money, get back. The family was super nice. They held it for me. I was so elated to get this thing. I use it all the time now. So I use it now a lot just to make hot dogs. I know, right? I use it to make hot dogs. But I'll take the hot dogs and put them in the tray, set it for 10 minutes at 425, and it's like cooking them on the grill. They're amazing. Dip them in some mustard. Oh, perfect. I'm a fan of the Costco hot dogs. Not the giant ones, but, not the big ones, but these ones. Let's be realistic here. Yeah, I've made everything from chicken in this, like chicken thighs. They come out nice and crispy. I've made Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. You just put it in there, turn it on, set it, walk away. It's got a little glass window on it. You can see everything. I'll post pictures of what it looks like up here for you. I wanted one for years, but I wouldn't trade that one for the world. The only thing that I would maybe trade that one for is they now have a taller one that's like even deeper, so you can fit more stuff in it. Maybe fit taller pieces of chicken or whatever in there. But we'll save that if I find another one of those at a garage sale. And number 1, even though right now I'm not drinking coffee, but the number 1 gadget in our kitchen that gets used every single day is going to be our Instant Pod. It's one of those bougie Nespresso and K-Cup coffee makers. It takes both pods. So really, the wife was stopping at Starbucks every day. She was getting a Trente iced coffee with like 3 shots of espresso every morning on her way to work. They charge like $1.50 per shot of espresso on top of the iced coffee. She was spending like $6-7 a cup of coffee. She was spending like, I don't know, she said one day like $200 in a month. And I was like, oh. So we started getting the Nespresso pods. We went and got I went and got her an Espresso machine for Christmas. And that one worked pretty good for a while, and then went ahead and got the big boy, and that takes the K-Cups too. That one gets used every single day. So much so we're actually on our second one. Real talk here. The first one we had, we didn't realize that when there are some light, there's lights on the top, and when they flash, 2 of them flash when you start it, it needs to be cleaned. It tells you when it needs to be cleaned, and we didn't pay attention. We were just like, well, what's going on with this thing? It must be messed up. So we kept using it for a couple of months until finally it just kind of stopped working. I went and cleaned it, and ran a whole bunch of vinegar through it. It started working again. It started working again pretty good for a while. I happened to be at Walmart one day, and I always tend to go down the clearance aisle because, I mean, who doesn't like a good clearance, right? I went down the clearance aisle, and they had like 6 or 7 of these Instant Pods on clearance. Marked $75. And bonus thing, if you take your Walmart app and you scan the yellow tag, it'll give you, under normal circumstances, what's called like Walmart secret clearance. You look at the date on the yellow tag, and if it's more than like a week old, chances are the price has already been marked down less than what's on the yellow tag. But for some reason, I scanned this one, and it said like $115 or $120. So I wasn't gonna mess around. I put one on the cart anyway, and I was texting the lady saying, "Hey, this is like $75." And I get to the checkout line, and it actually ends up being $50. So we ended up getting 2 of those. So we got a new one now in the garage, sitting in a box still, and we've got another new one on the countertop, just in case. My life depends on there being coffee in the house. So we have Amazon send us an espresso pods. They have like an Amazon exclusive or whatever, like an Amazon basic brand of Nespresso pods. I'll post everything down in the description below of those, so you can take a look at those if you're interested. These are like $13 for a box of 50. So we have those like on subscription. They just get delivered to our house. Bonus thing that I can't live without in my kitchen are my silicone molds. I've got plenty of videos of me using various silicone molds to make everything from breakfast sandwiches to hot dogs with their little buns. So much awesome stuff you can make. I've even got like dinosaur ones, little dinosaur molds that I can make dinosaur nuggies. I've got the molds that I use to make my hash browns and all that stuff, or the tater tots. Got tons and tons of silicone molds. That's, I would say, like a secret bonus thing that I can live without in my kitchen. So I want to know in the comments down below, what is it that you love and can't live without? I had put a poll up. The other day on my community post, or I put up a community post with a poll of the top 4 things that I like in my kitchen that I can't live without in my kitchen, and you guys sounded off. So I will put some of that information in the description as well to show how you all voted on that. As always, if you found value in this video, please feel free to like, share. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.